good, everybody?
It's Right Way Wednesday.
What's going on? We're glad you all can come in and join us on tonight. We're so glad that you are here. First of all, we thank you all for taking your time out to listen to what we have to say.
Every time we get on, you guys are here faithfully. And we thank you. I'm a little raspy tonight, y'all. So.
She got raspy.
Trying to fight whatever this crud is that everybody got at the job. It will not overtake me. So.
We're going to wait for a couple more people to get on. And we just thank everybody for showing on up. And listen, we got a good topic tonight. I think it's a well needed topic. Yeah, I think it's a well needed topic. You know, something that a lot of people deal with. Mm-hmm. So, without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead.
Wait. Did you all have a great Thanksgiving?
Yes, I forgot about the Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Hope y'all ate good because your boy did.
We did. We ate good. I didn't even have to cook.
Won't he do it? But we thank you all, and so hope everybody, like she said, hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, and hope you enjoy this broadcast on tonight.
So he throwing the ball to me, y'all.
Yeah, it's her turn.
So tonight we are going to talk about your past. Does it really matter? I know so many times I feel like a lot of us have missed out on really good people in our lives, really good relationships. And I know we can be deep sometimes. We're like, well, if he or she was meant to be my husband or wife, you know, God wouldn't have let them pass us by. But sometimes we're so judgmental about where people came from or how people started or just the things that they did in their lives that we miss out on the person that they are now.
Yeah. I think to piggyback off of that, just to see people where they are right now and to judge them on their past is really not the greatest thing, because a lot of times you can be a part of someone's story and not even know that you are there to help finish their story. You know, so a lot of times you have those people that are judgmental of looking at your past and be like, well, they did this in their past, they did that, I'm not going to fool with them. Not knowing that built them to be the person that they are today. You know, a lot of times we have misconceptions of things. You know, we don't even know what actually happened. We only know a piece of the story. And to get the full notion
effect,
of the story, you have to dig a little deeper. Mm-hmm. So,
and I know a lot of us, you know, the term, I'm gonna use it a little loose tonight, but a lot of times we've always heard you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Mm-hmm. She'll with thought you can't take her home, but you don't know what happened in that young girl's past that caused her to do the things that you've heard that she's done, or him.
Right. You know, because you know, a lot of times we sweep things under the rug in the black community. We are known to sweep things under the rug and not really deal with those things to push forward and to get past them. So a lot of times the things that go on in a person's life, it stems from their upbringing and the things that they've done or things that have happened to them. Like, were they molested? You know, did an auntie or uncle or brother or sister do anything to them? Were they a father, a stepfather, stepmother? You know, these things happen in everyday life, and a lot of times we ridicule the people when they become this certain person, and we don't really look at their past to understand their story.
And you know, because your past is your story. Like, how can I say it? We get to a certain place in life and okay, we're here, but nobody wants to talk about how did I get here? How did I build? And then when you do begin to progress and tell people how you got here, how you built to this place, now everybody's pointing the finger or judging or saying, oh, well, they did this or they did that. Just to be a little bit transparent, I was one of those people that had issues growing up. Some things happened to me when I was very young that caused me to go into this next level of things that I started to do. But because God had sent me someone that wasn't judgmental, that wasn't all about, oh, well, hey, you did this. You know, I can't fool. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we X people out because X, Y, and Z said, well, hey, you know, such and such slept with this person, or I seen such and such with that person, or, you know, we X, Y, and knock all of those things out when you might be missing your blessing. What if he had to listen to those things that people were saying? You wouldn't see what you have right here before you on today.
Right.
Because those things that I went through, those things that may have not been pretty, those things that I really can't speak on right now. Just, if you catch me on outside, how about that? You catch me outside, I can tell you person to person some of the things that I've gone through. But he didn't shun me away because of those things, even when I felt like I wasn't good enough to be in his presence, or I wasn't good enough for the love that he was trying to give me. I was able to progress on and move into the next place with him.
I mean, because like she was saying earlier, people had actually, when they found out that I was talking to, they was like, really? Like, you talking to her? Like, oh my God. Like, you know. And they would tell me like things, I was like, oh, okay. And they ain't doing it no more.
Look, them jokers hadn't even met me in that life, okay?
So I was like, hey, it don't matter. They ain't doing it with me. So hey, I'm good. So whatever, from now it starts a new chapter. So hey, from now to whenever we finish whatever we doing, hey, it's the new chapter. She doing it with me now. We good. We good. I ain't reading the past. I ain't going back flipping. Checking notes. A lot of times we go back and try to find out what happened, why they did this, and why they doing that, and now they doing better. Like I said, stuff happens. Sometimes they find Jesus. Hallelujah. So, you just never know. So I always wonder about people and how they, how to judge people, because we're not judgmental, and because things happen in your past and stuff happens. So we understand that life happens to you, and so you can move on and become a better person. You're not always. They may have. I've seen a post, I think, on Facebook earlier this week or something that said they may have knew you, but they don't know you now. So it can be that way, to where people in your past may know your past and may try to hold you there, but you then transformed and became this new person. Man, we got a friend of ours that if you knew him then and to know him now, you would be like, that's not the same person.
Right.
Because they did a whole 180. They turned it to a whole nother direction and went and kept going there. And they're doing wonderful.
Right.
And I was just like, man, if they only knew.
Right.
So,
I mean, we really wanted to bring this to the people tonight because, like a lot of us are in relationships and a lot of us desire to be in relationships. So to be in a relationship, you got to understand that it comes with a level of maturity. You got to be mature enough to understand that everybody don't come from the same place. Everybody past doesn't look the same. Everybody hasn't had the same experiences.
Everybody ain't no virgin. Everybody ain't no virgin. That's what she's trying to say. We're just gonna break it on down. Everybody ain't no virgin.
Everybody ain't no virgin.
That's
right.
That's it.
That point blank. Everybody ain't no virgin. Everybody got a past.
Right.
And you got to be woman enough, a man enough to, if God has sent this person into my life, what other people are saying around me, that doesn't matter. Right. Can I look at the person that they are now, those scars, those bruises, those things that made them the person that I'm loving and liking right now? Can I look past those things? Because that was before me. We always get tied up in that stuff that was before you. It had nothing to do with you. It was their life, they plan, what God had for them. We want people to accept our mess and walk, understand how we're living, but we can't understand anybody else's. And so a lot of us are missing out on friendships. We're missing out on companionship because we're so busy at looking at where somebody came from, what somebody used to do. And you can't be that way. You just can't. You're going to miss out on so many beautiful people because I know some people that came straight up out the streets.
Streets. For some of y'all.
Streets, okay? And those were some of the most beautiful people in the world on the inside. But we have to stop looking at the exterior of what it looks like to other people, what it looks like, what the picture looks like. We're such in a place this day and age on what the picture look like.
It could be like, the Lord just dropped in my spirit. The eye of the hurricane is real calm. You may see that, but it look like chaos around everybody. But all you see is the chaos and the damage, but you don't see the calmness that's in the storm. So a lot of times you may want to look at the calmness that's going on within that storm. You may try to figure out like what brought it to that point, what made the chaos. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you just may be there to help that person out. You may be able to help that person through that, and then you got to be able to love them through it. Love conquers all, no matter what. So whatever you, like I said, I love her. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter. So what? And your point being, what else you got to say?
Right.
You know.
And then it's bad enough that my sister Ashley, Leanne, she got on here one day and she was saying how people are so quick to tell you or judge you on the things that you've done and where you've been. I know where I've been.
Right.
I know the things that I've done. It's not your job to continue to point those things out to me. Every day that I look in the mirror, I battle something. Just like all the rest of us. You battle something. You don't need somebody pointing out, hey, you got that rod in your eye. When you got one over there in yours too. We're all each and every day trying to get to the next place, trying to get in a place for God to use us, trying to get in a place to be loved, but we're so condemned by what's on the outside.
A lot of times we force people to put up defenses and put up walls to where they box themselves in and not be able to let love through. And then once it does get through, now you're this like mush, you got to be reformed into love. You know what I'm saying? To be able to accept love. So a lot of times, you have to, you was mush.
I was mush.
But you have to understand that you have to work through these things. These are things that you're going to have to work through. A lot of people, you have to be a strong woman and a strong man to be able to handle damaged goods, as my wife would say. She called herself, she said, I'm damaged goods, you don't want me. I was like, do they throw away the cans when they in the grocery store when they got a little dent in them? No, you just pick them up and buy them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you just throw away or discard or anything like that. You just continue to work with it and use what's on the inside. You just continue to love and continue to move and press forward no matter what. Even if they try to push you away, even if they're not trying to show that they love you, you show your love back to them and show them that I love you. Even though you've been hurt, I'm not here to hurt you. And we just gotta realize that like we just saying, like the past is the past. It happened, you know what I'm saying? Let's learn from it, let's grow from it and move on. A lot of times people don't like to talk about their pain and don't like to talk about what happened to them. So a lot of times that hinders them in life and hinders them in the growth process or the love process, as I would call it. Because you just can't receive love like that. Because someone hurt you once before doesn't mean the next person. And she had a sermon, I think, about the bag lady. About women carrying all this baggage from Tyrone and Leon. I don't know, these just some crazy names. But we ain't gonna say Quan, all these types. You carrying all that over there, and then once you come back and you bring all that baggage over to the new relationship. Now the new relationship is failing because of everything that you brought from the other 5 men that you were with. And so that ties into soul ties and all of that. But that's a whole nother subject. But it is something that you bring your past into your new relationship instead of starting everything afresh.
And then we got to understand that we want these beautiful roses and these beautiful flowers of women and men, but you got to understand it took some dirt for those people to grow into who they are. They just didn't bloom up overnight. Those things just didn't happen. Like it took some show enough things that people have gone through to make us into these beautiful people that we are today. I have been through some struggles. I have been the mush that he was just speaking of. I didn't know how to be loved. I didn't feel worthy of love because of all the things I had done and all the things I had been through. But because I had somebody that was able to look beyond my faults, that understood what true love was, only then was I able to come about. And I want women to understand that you deserve to be loved. No matter what you did, no matter who you laid with, no matter who laid on you, because sometimes it was forced on you.
Amen.
Sometimes you was touched the way that you shouldn't have been touched, and that wasn't your fault. You deserve love. You deserve to let those things go, and regardless of who comes around, who says what about you, you're beautiful. God wants you to be whole. He wants you to be loved, and he has somebody to love you. A lot of us can't go into our relationships because we got so many broken pieces on the inside of us right now. And God is just like, I can't give you to nobody like this when you ain't gave me you. And God wants to mold us and fix us and show us the beauty that is within us. Don't allow your past, men and women, because there's some men that were touched inappropriately.
Right.
And over their lives, they've had to figure out who they are.
Or fight
to be who they are.
To be who they are. To let them know that I'm not that.
Right.
Or I'm not that type of person, even though that happened to me. I'm still trying to prove that they're so prone or so gun-ho on trying to prove their manhood. Mm-hmm. When it's not like that. Just be you. Just be the man that God called you to be. Just be the man. Just be the man. That's it. Or be the woman. You know, because like she said, the inappropriate can come from like anywhere. It can come from someone that you know closely to you. Right. And you know, a lot of times we you think that it can't happen to you or never will happen in your family, and then it happened, and then you'll be looking like, then the first thing you do is deny it. Mm-hmm. You know, so you can't really deny what's right in front of you. You know, so you want to take control of the situation and try to, conform it or be able to understand that I have to work through this. Mm-hmm. Get help, seek counseling. You know, these are things that you should do. Good counseling.
Wise counsel.
You know, okay. Don't holler at your homeboy down the street and be like, hey, bro.
Because some things are beyond conversations with your homeboy and your homegirl. I'm 35 years old, and I'm just now getting to a place where I realize I need a little further help than what I have been seeking because of those broken places from 4 and 6 and 5. You know, those things that built me up into this person that I am now, that place that I always don't want to let everybody in. You know what I'm saying? Because some of my past still holds on to me. So we got to get to a place that we don't allow our past to hinder and to hold us. And significant other, their past is not ammunition.
That's it. That's key.
It's not ammunition. If you decide to be with somebody that had a past, and they have been vulnerable enough to express those things that happened to them, or don't in a conversation, you was just a hoe.
Yeah, don't do
when
that.
Nobody else gonna love you. No. Don't do that. Because now you've taken that person that has given their all to you, that never trusted anybody, for real, but they decided to give their all to you. You done took them back to square one.
Right. Now they're back in their box.
Yeah, because a broken place is a hard place to come out of.
Right.
Because once you are broken, it is the enemy's job to try to keep you there.
That's it. It's his job to keep you in that box so that you can't be loved or be able to show love to other people. You know, sometimes you have to love your way through things.
That's it.
And you can't always fight. You can't always cuss. You can't always, bash them on Facebook. You can't always bash them on Twitter or whatever social media platform that you use to bash somebody. You can't always do that. Sometimes you have to love your way through things, and then a lot of times it has to be your significant other to help you love your way through it. Mm-hmm. You know, like she was saying, you can't use that as ammunition. If a man comes to you, and we've talked about it before in arguments, a lot of times a man can come to his wife or his significant other and tell him like, hey, babe, this is how I feel. He's being vulnerable. He's expressing his emotions. Oh, you ain't nothing but an old punk. You this, you that. All you do is cry to me. You can't use that as ammunition when you get into an argument. This is something that you would have to, be able to use the maturity aspect in and be able to tell them like, hey, I understand that you're going through this and this happened to you and that happened to you, but babe, look, we got to work through this. We can't stay in this place. That hurt you. Yeah, I might even say something that was minuscule to me, but it was great, big, bolder to you. I have to understand that. I have to understand that hurt you and that took you back to that place. But hey, guess what? I'm here now. You don't have to go through that. These are things you can say to them and say, hey, I can help carry you through this.
We got to build one another up. If you plan to be with someone, if you have someone, be there for one another, because we all come with our packages. We all come with our baggage.
All right.
A lot of people be with folks for 10, 20, 15 years, then drop them and decide to go get somebody else like it's going to be some new stuff.
Right.
No, you finna pick up a whole nother set of baggage. At least you done learned what you got over there at cousin them house. Okay. But our whole goal tonight was to understand that love is without,
like I put post terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Love is unconditional.
Love is unconditional. And you cannot hold anybody to who they are trying no longer to be. It's easy. I mean, it's hard enough trying not to be that person. You don't need the person that you're seeking or say that they love you to hold on to it tighter than you do.
Right. Because they'll keep throwing it up, keep bringing it up, and you be like, bro, that was like 6 years ago.
And in marriage, if you say you forgive them, y'all, and you stay, you gotta try to forgive them and stay. You can't throw it up every time you turn around. Some people, just randomly, I've heard things. Well, he cheated, such and such and such and such, and I can't really speak on that because I haven't had that. But my whole thing is, it does take time to heal. It does take time to move on from things. But if you're gonna heal, if you're gonna move on, that's not something that you can keep throwing up at him. Every time.
Not even up at him, but throwing it in front of you. Because if you're moving forward and it's behind you, you just take it from back here and set it right in front of you.
You're never gonna move
You're
past
never
it.
gonna move past it. Because you're gonna keep pulling it back up front and you're gonna run right into it every time. So you want to leave it back there and then maybe put him in front of you or put her in front of you, whichever it is, to help you move forward.
We have to redirect our love towards each other. We can't, hurt people. So if I'm already hurt and broken and you hurt my feelings, guess what? I'm finna hurt you now, and vice versa. We petty. As human beings, we was petty even before the word was invented.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But our whole gist tonight was to please don't disregard your loved ones.
Right.
If God has placed somebody in front of you that you see the potential of being your husband or wife, don't let who they used to be dictate who they are right now.
And who you choose.
Because he would have missed out on all his goodness, baby, if he had I'm his good thing. Okay? If he had to listen to the outsiders. Right. But thank God I had a mature, loving man. And we all got them out there. They coming, ladies. But God just want us to. I honestly, people ask me all the time, how did y'all meet? What happened? I put myself in a position to just focus on me. All honesty. I dated myself. I went to church by myself. I read books and, I just focused on trying to fix me. And when he came along, I was like, you don't want me.
That's a key thing, too. Don't shun away the person God may send to you. Yeah. When you're in that place.
Because we get comfortable in that place.
And so when you get comfortable in that place, you'll miss out on your good thing. You'll miss out on your blessing. You'll miss out on who God has called to be your husband or your wife. Because men, we'll get comfortable in being single and doing what we want to do and going out and being a bachelor. And then when it comes along, you be like, nah, that ain't what I want. But that's who God has sent for you to help bring you, to mature you to your next level. And when it happens, it scares you. Because you be like, nah, I ain't going to be having it. But you need that. Mm-hmm. You may need that stability in your life.
He grewed me up a whole lot.
And I flew out too.
But he did. He it was a lot of growth in the process of us being together. Mm-hmm. He didn't allow me to give up on myself. Even now when I want to quit, he is just like, okay then, that's what you think gonna happen. Even with this. You ain't gonna do it tonight. Oh, okay then. And he is always constantly pushing me to be who he sees I am. And that's something good. Like even people sometimes that have come from broken places, they can't always see who they are. For so very long, I would be at church, I'd be with my husband, I'm like, people tell me they see this, they see that, and I'm like, God, I don't see what other people see. But if you got some people that can push you, not just relationships, but push you to that next place, to that better person that's inside of you, then that's what you need in your life.
That's it.
So
we love y'all.
We really do. We enjoy doing this. Mm-hmm. Y'all go to the YouTube.
YouTube.
Go to the YouTube page.
We're human. Go to our YouTube page, Uncommonly Kingdom, and subscribe. We're gonna be putting up our videos that we take from here because I know a lot of people that you are interacting with aren't on Facebook because a lot of people don't like messy book as they call it. You know, a lot of people aren't on Twitter, but most people watch videos that be on YouTube. Right. So if you can, please go. If you don't have an account, make an account. Just sign up and subscribe to our page so we can get the views up, so we can give our content more to the masses that people can hear it. And you can share it probably easier. Like you probably could download it, send it to your friends on the phone or whatever. But just go and like our page. If you could, like our page right here on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Share the video to your friends. Share the video to your homies or whatever. If you're in a marriage group, share it into the marriage group. Or if you having church affiliations, tell your people at church about it that we do this, you know.
And we're uncommon, so don't get on here thinking it's gonna be, oh, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus.
We will talk. We have some topics that need to be talked about.
Right.
So
yeah, we're not afraid to tackle them. Nah. So you never know what you're gonna get on here, but it's always gonna be the truth, and it's always gonna be something that we've been through.
Right.
Can't coach nobody through that you ain't what?
Been through.
Okay then.
So we love you all. We thank you all for taking the time out and sharing this time with us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.